Okay, so let's begin. Hello, everyone, and thank you for joining us today this hot afternoon. Weather on my screen shows 41 degrees temperature in Gurgaon right now. But we are absolutely thrilled to have you join us for what promises to be an informative and interactive session. For those who don't know, Meritto is an operating system for student recruitment and enrollment. We are the game changers for more than 1,000 institutions and trusted by them for their student enrollment journey. For those who are watching Illuminate today, Illuminate by Meritto is a webinar series for education community to empower them with strategic ideas and latest of technologies so they can engage, enroll, and convert more. We will be talking about one such feature today and how you can leverage real-time notifications for real-time student engagement with Zing. But before that, let's have a quick introduction for myself and my fellow speakers. So my name is Jasmine and I'm a senior manager for operations at Meritto. I have with me Abhishek Agarwal, who's an associate director for customer success.
Thank you, Jasmine, for the introduction. Good afternoon, everyone, and a very warm welcome to another edition of Illuminate series. We are really looking forward to have an interactive session with all of you.
We also have Mridul Babbar from product team, and he's also a manager handling one of the teams in our product department. Okay, so seems like Mridul is just getting ready for the upcoming, slides, upcoming information that we
I'm
bring to
so
you.
sorry. I think I was so excited, I just forgot to unmute myself. Thank you so much for the introduction. And I'm sure as excited as I look right now and I am right now, audience and viewers are also as excited to know more about Zing and how it's going to make their life easier.
Perfect. So before we talk about Zing, let's just understand the problem statement that why actually there's a need to build this, right? So, there's always a risk of falling behind our students as they opt for more real-time and responsive competitors. So today's students, as we all know, operate at a rapid pace and have numerous options at their disposal. They desire personalized engagement for their questions and concerns, expecting immediate responses in real time. So let's just take an example, maybe that, I have ordered some food from one of the food delivery apps, and I would like to add some sort of items in my, just newly placed order. Now I've tried to actually reach out to the, my delivery partner, but I'm unable to do so. So I, just raise a query that I would like to add such items. But it's been 15-20 minutes that I'm waiting for a query manager to be assigned and to have a conversation with me so that I can let them know what my problem is. It's very important for us to actually see how we can make our query management systems, our lead management systems, more effective in terms of responses. So to stay relevant and effective, educational institutions and services must adopt modern and efficient communication tools that cater to the instant gratification and dynamic demands of contemporary students. This shift is essential to maintain their interest and support their academic success in competitive landscape like today's. Another challenge that we thought of solving is that you cannot afford to overlook any sign or ignore the urgency of student interactions. So imagine a prospective student fueled by ambition, stumbling upon your institution's offerings online. They express and begin filling out an application, but then encountering a difficulty, they abandon the process. In that moment of hesitation, the prospect moves on and your institution loses a potential student. And you would not even know that, there was a applicant who started the application and the applicant was stuck, while filling some sort of relevant information, but was not sure if that is the correct place where they have to, fill that information. And then later on, when you get in touch with the person might have, taken help from any other institution, might have explored any other options in the, competitive landscape. And, you then think that, oh, I have missed out on an opportunity. Failing to recognize when students begin an application, start a course payment, or seek guidance on platform like WhatsApp can result in missed opportunities to engage and convert them. Every interaction carries an urgency that demands immediate attention, like that student who was actually waiting for a response while filling out the application. Overlooking these signs means risking the loss of potential students who expect prompt and efficient responses. And to successfully attract and retain students, it's crucial to monitor and respond to their actions in real time, ensuring no opportunity slips through the cracks due to delayed or inadequate engagement. So I think, Abhishek, do you think that this can be a problem, or this can be a problem statement for a lot of institutions out there who might be missing out the opportunity because of it? Oh,
Absolutely.
meanwhile, we already have a poll as well. So Abhishek, let's just first have a answer to this poll, and then we can see if you also relate to it. So what is the major problem you face while engaging prospective students to conversion? And you just have to select one of the problems that we just talked about. One of it is not having real-time updates about student activities. Number two is missed opportunities due to delay in nurturing. And number three is losing leads to competitive educational organization. So meanwhile, people are actually responding to the poll. Abhishek, you can also give your perspective to this.
Jasmine correctly said, right? I think all these problem statements are quite relevant, especially to the education landscape, right? Currently, also, we interact with a lot of counselors, sales team, finance team, admission team, and we see that, in fact, all these three options, these are very relevant, right? Be it the first option wherein we are saying that there is a risk of losing out to a competitor, right? Or maybe the other option wherein we are saying that in case they are not getting a real-time notification, that what exactly are the footsteps of the prospective applicant, they are not able to cater to him well.
Very true, Abhishek, very true. And, we already have the response as well. So number one seemed to be, the generic problem across the industry, that not having real-time updates about student activities is genuinely a problem for them, right? And even on top of it, using our purpose-built CRM is fertile if you're not managing your student relationships in real time. And utilizing outdated methods for addressing the needs can lead to sometimes missed opportunities, as slow responses fail to keep up with the fast-paced environment in today's time. Right. So I think we already have a solution to your problem, and we are very excited to launch a very new feature, and we bring to you Zinc. So Zinc is a real-time sales notification engine to get real-time alerts on the most critical activities to the most critical channels, like mobile notifications, browser push notifications, and on-site notifications. So we also have a demo, to showcase you later on this. But for now, I'll just let you know, we have just not tried to solve your problem on the most critical activities, but we have also tried to solve and cover the most critical channels in our latest feature, like mobile notification. So many a times, you have your prospect, owners or your lead owners on the ground having some sort of meetings or having some sort of work, and they would not have, their laptops or their systems, desktops handy with them. So we have actually tried to, solve the problem for them, and we have enabled the mobile notifications for them so that they can have the real-time notifications over their phone itself. Secondly, there are times that, at the start of the day, we have tried to filter out a pool of leads and a bunch of people that we would like to nurture, during the day. And then there's a lead whose stage is changed from warm to hot, but because they have showed any sort of interest in one of the programs that's newly launched in the institution. So what you have to do is need not worry again. You will just be getting a notification on your CRM, and just on one click, you will be redirected to the lead profile. And there's no need to even put any filter here. Just after the redirection, you can start with your nurturing process further. And also sometimes, while using our CRM, there may be other tabs that you are using, other applications that you are using. Then also we have solved the problem for you here. We also have enabled the browser notifications so that you do not miss on any opportunity that comes across for you to convert into enrollments. So to talk more about what Zinc is really about, what are its features, I would like Abhishek to take it forward from here and to let our audience know how they can leverage on our very, very new sales notification engine.
Thank you so much, Jasmine. You have highlighted the problem very nicely, right? And introduced us to the world of Zing. So in today's digital world, we all are very accustomed to receiving notifications, right? Or what we may call as Zing from now on, for every critical activity in our lives. For example, whether it is a reminder to pay our electricity bills, credit card bills, or maybe a notification about our friends or colleagues' birthday. Zing keeps us informed promptly and timely for taking corresponding actions. Essentially, there is a Zing for every important event, seamlessly integrating into our daily lives.
Very true, Abhishek. I agree with you on this.
We can move on to the next slide, please. Yeah. So as I said, we have a Zing for all the critical activities. So when we talk about education landscape, right? So we have got it all covered. So in through Zing, we have covered all the critical applicant activities that we can think about, right? With Zing, your team can sit back and relax, confident that they won't miss any crucial opportunities regarding the life cycle of an applicant. So there's a Zing, as you can see on your screen as well. When an applicant initiates his payment for any educational organization, we have a Zing when an applicant raises a query or when he responds to any WhatsApp communication being sent by your team. All these are instant real-time alerts designed for immediate action. We will cover all of these in next slides and also have a detailed demo towards the end of the session wherein Mridul will be covering all the use cases. Yeah, so let's talk about real-time movement. So as we said, Zinc is a real-time alert tool for your sales team to capitalize on any opportunity the instant they arise. So Zinc not only benefits the sales team, but it also enhances the overall user experience. Prospects feel more connected and supported, knowing that their activities trigger timely responses. Let's take an example of maybe an EdTech institutes, right? They are involved in high velocity sales. On a typical busy sales day, they have to make n number of calls and do a lot more other activities also. So there might be a case that they miss out on a hot prospect who, let's say, who has shown interest in a new product or a course. So Zinc helps in bridging that gap by pushing an alert to the corresponding salesperson, telling him that, hey, a new opportunity has been created. Or maybe if we take another example, if a prospective applicant who wants to apply to say a university, right, he has a small doubt maybe regarding a course fees. He goes to his login, he raises a applicant query right from the QMS module that we have at Meritto. So Zing is just built for that. Corresponding counselor will get a Zing notification on his screen telling that, hey, so X and Y applicant has raised a query, and just on a click of a button, he can solve that query, right? And he will get timely addressal for that query. So by focusing on high priority alerts, the team can prioritize their efforts on the most promising leads. Mridul, what do you think?
Definitely, Abhishek. I mean, what you have been talking about in terms of the real-time updates and real-time Zing notification is something which will be really helpful for the user. I mean, you've given a few examples, but let's say, I mean, if I look at it not just from the perspective of an edtech, but also from the perspective of higher education, or also from the perspective of study abroad accounts. In that case as well, for everyone, let's say, for if we take an example of payment initiated, that is very important. Like if a prospective student has really initiated the payment, the intent of the learner is very high during that particular time of the enrollment. And if the student gets the personalized touch during the same time, then in that case there will be higher chances of enrollment for this particular prospect for that particular course. And with that, I'll take it forward to the next slide, which is about customization interaction. So if I look at the customization interaction, I mean, if I look at it, who doesn't like customization? I mean, if be it a personalized gifts, be it a personalized message, everyone loves it. Everyone loves if something has been specially curated for them. So why not a prospective student? In today's competitive education environment, personalization is really the key. Prospective students expect more than just a generic response. They want interaction that are tailored to their individual needs and preferences. That is where Zing truly shines. With Zing, you can make every interaction personalized and meaningful like you've never seen before. Whether it's responding to a particular query, following up on a payment, Zing ensures that each communication is relevant and timely. I mean, if we take the example in this particular slide itself, I mean, when a student like Prachi sends a query on WhatsApp, Zing notifies you immediately, allowing you to respond with the information she daily needs, exactly when she needs. And also, it increases the chances of conversion from the particular inquiry to enrollment. In short, with Zing, you're not just reaching out to the students, you're engaging with them in a way that is meaningful, impactful, and setting your organization apart from the competition.
Meritto, just in the meanwhile, I will request the audience, if they have any questions, please feel free to put it in the Q&A section. We would love to host them all.
Definitely, definitely. We'll definitely take up the Q&A in the later stage, but as I can see on the screen, there is a poll which says, what are the areas that you wished you had real-time updates on? What are the areas you think would be important, where you think you would want a real-time update? While the viewers are answering to it, what do you think, Abhishek, would be the top option which our viewers would be choosing?
Meritto, I think all of them are pretty relevant, right? It depends on which team is handling those queries, right? For example, for a sales team, all the communication with respect to lead would be important, right? Whereas communication and others are also very, very important.
Yeah.
We already have the results in front of us.
Yeah, I think you were not wrong about it. I mean, all are very important. If you can see lead communication and almost payment is almost touching at the same percentage right now. I mean, I think we are moving in the right direction. By that, I mean, in that case.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So let's move on, right? Let's move on to the signals, right? Which different signals do we get with Zing? So we understand that every individual or every team in an education institute has different use cases, right? So Zing allows each team or department to set their own notifications on the basis of their needs, on the basis of their priorities, or maybe their roles and responsibilities. As you can also see on your screen, right? We have different set of signals mentioned over here as well. So this allows team to focus on the most important alerts without being overwhelmed by irrelevant information. So for example, the support team may want to know maybe when a prospect submits a query, right? As I mentioned earlier on, also in one of the examples, that we have a query management system inbuilt into the system wherein applicants can post their queries, which the respective counselor help answers, or maybe the support team answers, right? Or maybe the admission team, they would be interested in getting to know when an applicant makes a payment. So we have a Zing for that as well. As soon as the payment is made, a corresponding notification or a Zing is sent to respective salesperson or the counselor, right? So every team can have their own set of customized notifications, be it in terms of leads, in terms of application, in terms of payments, in terms of opportunity if you are at the company, right? Or maybe in terms of withdrawals as well. So we'll cover all of this when we move into the demo.
And also, Abhishek, icing on the cake here is that they can also customize the notifications basis their web or mobile app, right? So in case you would like to have some sort of notifications over your mobile, as it that's more handy to you, and some sort of notifications over your browser, because those will be relevant while you are actually on your desktop using or nurturing our CRM. We have this feature now in place that you can bifurcate your notification basis that as well.
Absolutely. Very well put, Jasmine, right? This is also a very important use case, right? For example, the sales team who is constantly on the field, we have our own mobile app through which they will get these important notifications on the go. Maybe the team who is going on field or maybe collecting leads by doing a lot of outreach activities. They visit various schools maybe or other institutes. So yeah, definitely omni-channel presence will be helpful in that case.
True.
Mridul, you can take it forward from here.
Great. I believe both of you are really very excited and you have unveiled way too much information before we have even started the demo. And but no problem. I really hope our viewers are still gonna stay until we start the demo. And I'll move on to the next slide, which is about capturing every opportunity. I mean, it says you can never miss a Zing with archived notification. I mean, it's always staying at the top of every interaction and opportunity is very crucial in today's fast-paced educational environment. That's where the Zing shines. I mean, even when you are not available at the moment and a notification comes in, I mean, since we have been talking about how the real-time notification works, our viewers must would want to know what if they miss a real-time notification. I mean, it's not a problem. Even when you're not available at the moment, a notification comes in. You don't have to worry about missing it. With Zing, every alert is archived, ensuring that no critical update slips through the crack. This means you can always go back at any time and review all the past notifications which you have already missed out or you have already seen. Whether it's a hot lead, a student query, or an important payment alert, Zing keeps up a comprehensive history for you to refer. This functionality is not just about keeping records, it's about empowering our organization to act swiftly and effectively. I mean, there are no chances that you're going to miss any of the notification. You'll be able to get real-time notification, be it your web or be it your mobile application. And it is also archived there. You can always click on any of the notification and move forward from the system itself. Having said that, I think we have talked too much about how it's gonna make your life easier. What we'll do is we'll have a small demonstration around it, how it's going to helpful for you in the system.
Absolutely, Mridul. We can move on to the demo. Meanwhile, we have a few questions as well. I think you can start with the demo. We will take it, maybe post that.
And also, as I can see, we are receiving a few Q&As as well right now. What I'll suggest is for all our viewers, you can keep on sending your questions. We'll be answering those questions once we are done with our whole session. All right, I'll start with the demo. So the screen right now, which you are seeing, I'm hoping all the people who are already the user of Meritto are sure is a screen of permission page. What we are trying to say here is that once Zing is enabled for your particular account, in your own account, you can go to the permission page and can see these two permissions, which is Zing view permission and Zing edit permission. What these two permission is going to do is that this permission is going to help any of the user to have to enable a permission, whether it's view or edit. Why we have kept the permission separately is because an organization or an admin do not want same set of users to have a view permission or edit permission. Once you have those permission, you can always go into your system and you can always go to the menu and here you can search the Zing. Once you can click on the Zing, you will be redirected to a particular page. I'll pause the video for you. So this is the particular page you will be landed on. What this page will tell you is once you have the permission to edit and view, you will be landed on the Zing page where you can configure all the Zing notification, all the customization, all the activities you can do from this page itself. So as you can see in this page, there are easy to use toggles right now. So against each of the Zing notification, you can see there is an option of web and there is an option of mobile application there. If you click on any of the check boxes, in that case, what will happen is that particular notification will be enabled for either the web or the mobile. Just a sec. I think I've rewind the video. Yeah, on the same page. Yes, so you will be able to click on it and you will be able to check whether you want to do it for web or mobile application. And if you move forward, we have been talking about different signals which you can configure. So all these signals will be rightly available in your system. Like you can see on the screen, there is one lead. Then you can assign a lead. You can bulk assign a lead, and you can change the lead stage. You can update the lead stages. By that I mean is no lead is going untouched. No lead will be missed once you enable these Zing notification. Everything will be real time for you. You can once a lead is assigned to you, you can get a notification either on web or either on mobile, and you can do the same for the bulk action as well as for any of the stages being updated. And if you move forward, then the same you can do for the application itself. Like if I take the example of higher education, I mean, this might be more relevant for the viewers who are in the industry of higher education. They might want to, or they might want to put Zing notification on application itself. They might want to see how many applications, if any application has been assigned to them. They want to see if any application stages are changed. They can definitely see if any action has been taken in bulk in terms of assigned, so that they do not miss on any of the application, and then they can always reach out to the student for filling up the application form. If I see the if we see on the screen, the next is the communication, which says reply received on WhatsApp. I mean, any of the student or prospective student or a learner who will be replying on WhatsApp, you will be getting the notification real time. In that case, you can always get on Zing if you have received a notification, if you have received a WhatsApp, and can always reply to it at the same time. This is the same thing which you can do to the query part itself. I mean, if we look at the query, I mean, it says that query is assigned, and if a query is assigned to you, if a query is raised, and if a query has been reopened, and if the query has been, any feedback has been provided, all these would be available on your web or on your application real time. If we move forward, then there is the payment part itself. It says either you can put a notification or a Zing on payment initiated. You can put a notification or a Zing on payment completed. You can do the same for withdrawal part itself, or offline approval or withdrawal request. I mean, withdrawal request is really very important, and it helps a particular organization to know if any withdrawal request has been raised, so that they can act on it faster. Once these configuration has been done, what you can do is you can define if everything is correct for you or not. You can always go back and check those notifications. And once that is done, you can always click on save and done. I mean, that it's that easy. Once that is, just a sec, I think. Once that is done, you can always see how the notification will look like. I am pausing this video for you. This is how the notification will look like. Once a browser notification will be available to you, this is how it's going to look like.
Great. As you can see that this is showing the applicant name as well, right? So it is more personalized in nature, every notification.
Right. And specifically to even, the query is here, like there are times that, the query is something that seems to be a blocker for, the enrollment conversion. So if they have real-time information around a query which has been assigned to them, there's a feedback. If a query, if a person has sent any feedback for a particular query, I think these are the major activities specifically for the higher education industry as well, where there's a long journey for enrollment from starting from the lead till the conversion. So I think these are the most crucial steps which are part of the journey for any of the institutions, and we have tried to put it on in perspective for them, and they can have real-time notifications for real-time attention to the details. Okay, so thank you so much, Mridul, for a very informative and detailed demo here. Actually, I was waiting for this to see like how my, a customized page would look like, what all I can check, what all I can uncheck here. So thank you so much for that. And I'm sure for everybody, who's actually watching or who's actually viewing this, the demo has been very exciting for you and you've got a great glimpse of Zing. Now let's dive into the core reasons why Zing is must-have tool for your education organization. And incorporating Zing into your strategy can revolutionize how you engage and convert prospects. So number one is choose from the most critical student activities. So as we just, were looking in the demo on the page where you can actually tick the activities which are more relevant to you, and you can just uncheck those which you feel like would not be of that much importance to have the notification around. So Zinc allows you to filter and focus on the activities that truly matter. You can customize the platform that highlight the key student behaviors from initial inquiries to application submissions. So the targeted approach ensures you have always aware of crucial engagement points, enhancing your ability to respond more effectively. Right. So number two is get real-time alerts on the most critical channels. So we've been actually emphasizing on the point that this is a real-time sales notification engine. So obviously we'll be actually giving you the real-time alerts, on your most critical channels, whether it's through mobile notification, push notifications, or on-site alerts. Zing keeps you connected wherever you are. These instantaneous updates empower you to stay informed about your prospects and actions the time they happen, ensuring you never miss a beat in today's fast-paced educational landscape. So we never would like you to miss on any of the opportunity, and we would like you to actually have more conversions and more enrollments. And that's the third reason why you need a Zinc right now. With Zinc, immediacy is at your fingertips, right? Acting on real-time information allows you to capture interest at its peak, directly, influencing your conversion rates. By engaging students in the moment, you optimize your chances of turning inquiries into enrollments swiftly and efficiently. So, with Zinc, you are just not staying updated, you are staying ahead of the time. So if I were you, I would have taken a screenshot of this screen and I would have sent this to my boss that I need this feature right away. So giving you a pause here in case you want to take a screenshot of the three most important reasons why you need Zinc with us. And then we'll move forward to our next slide. Anything, Abhishek or Mridul, you think that can be a fourth or fifth reason that we can add?
I think, Jasmine, we already have a few questions, right? So if you allow, I will quickly answer them one by one. Yeah, so I will start with this particular question, right? I think he has not mentioned his name, he or she. So how is Zinc different from other notification platforms? Very valid question that you have asked, right? So Zinc is not only a notification engine, right? But it is much more than that. So through Zing, as we have covered throughout the demo, that this is a unified tool that we get for any salesperson, right? He does not need to go to any other window, maybe, or any other page for answering or seeing any queries, right? It is real time in nature. And also, I think one of the best part about this is that you can perform the next action at the same page from the same page only. For example, let's say I get a Zing that a new lead has initiated a application form, maybe, right? He has reassigned maybe some applications to me, or he has initiated the application. So once I click on that particular lead, I will be taken to the lead profile page where I have to take the next section. So this is something which is a very important attribute for Zinc, which is not there in any other tools that you might be using, right? And then there's one more question.
Yes,
Yes.
Abhi. I there's another question as well, which says,
Has written, is it enabled by default or do I need to submit a ticket to activate it? Mr. Santosh, you can reach out to your respective CA account manager, right? And they will help you with the activation process for this particular module. What happens to my notifications if I am on a leave for a day? I think Mridul, you are going to answer this. Yeah, please go ahead.
yes, thank you so much, Abhishek. I mean, someone has asked us what happens to my notifications if I am on leave for a day. First of all, I would like to say we should stop saying notification now. We are everyone gonna say if we have received any Zing now or not. And yes, definitely, if you are on leave, you'll definitely be able to see all your Zings on your portal. As soon as you log into Meritto's portal, you will be able to see on the top right, you will see able to see a bell icon where all your Zings will be archived. Whether you have received real time on web or mobile applications, all will be archived, and you can always go back and look at it.
Okay, then someone has asked, do I need to stay logged in to the Meritto to access Zing? Yeah, Mridul, you want to take this?
Yes, no problem. So yes, you do not need to log in into the system if you have your browser push notification are enabled, and let's say you are on the go, you are not on the system right now. You can always have your mobile application with you, and you can receive real-time Zing even if you are not logged in onto your web system.
Absolutely. Someone has asked if I was reassigned leads in bulk, will it show in my will it be able to show individual name? So I think so we have a Zing notification for that, right? So if leads are assigned in bulk, you will get a notification on your system that X or Y number of leads have been reassigned. I think there are many other questions that I can see. How will Zing this?
So we've just received a question which says that is Zinc a paid module? I think you can reach out to your respective account managers and they'll be able to take it forward from here in terms of enablement of Zinc and its features.
Yes, absolutely correct, Jasmine. And I think I am really sure that we are receiving a lot of questions, a lot of queries from everyone, all our viewers. What we would say is that for all the questions, we have tried to answer most of the questions which have been asked quite a few times. And for other questions, you can definitely reach out to all the other CS itself, CS Fox, and your account manager which you have received. And I think what we'll do is now that we'll move to the next slide, and then I think I'll just, yes, here's the slide. I think Jasmine, you would want to take this
Yeah,
up.
sure. So all in summary, Zing's real-time engagement, selective alerting, omnipresent access, improved conversion potential, and easy access to notification history make it an indispensable tool for any education organization aiming to stay ahead in a competitive landscape. So embrace the power for now with Zinc and transform potential into progress. With this, just want to say that we highlighted how Zing streamlines the transition from interest to investment for you, transform warm leads into hot opportunities for you, and personalizes engagement on preferred platforms as per your requirement. So just stay on top with Zinc, ensuring you engage, nurture, and convert more students and learners effectively. Once again, with this note, I would like to thank you for your time and attention today. We are very excited to see how Zinc will revolutionize your student engagement and conversion processes. Have a great day, and we look forward to connecting with you in our future sessions. Stay tuned for our upcoming webinars, and you can visit the below link, which is www.meritto.com/illuminate/ for upcoming webinars, and just get started with your registrations on it. Just on behalf of all of us, would like to thank you for your time, and you can get started with your Zinc right away after this webinar. Get in touch with your account managers for more information.
Thank you, everyone. Happy upskilling.
Thank you
Thank you.
everyone for joining.